Alright guys, how you doing? So I thought I would do a collective reading, channeled wise, because I was hearing that the beat down, the shakedown, someone's shaking a tree or shaking someone, trying to shake awake, or I don't know, I'm hearing something shaking, I don't know, is it a vibrator? I don't know, but like the shakedown, the beat down, I feel like I'm beaten, I feel like I'm lost. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, or unless someone is physically beating or shaking someone, because I don't know, I keep seeing this energy of someone shaking a tree trying to get nuts out of a tree or something, or shaking someone trying to get the truth out. I really do feel like you could be dealing with a Libra maybe, or like shake and wake, or like shaking someone awake because they're unconscious and someone probably got knocked unconscious. Okay, so now I'm hearing that somebody could have been in a violent relationship and physically beaten and knocked unconscious, and physically someone is now shaking the person, trying to wake them up. Now I don't know if anybody here is involved with anybody in okay. Okay, so collective energy. If you haven't seen this channel before, I am a psychic medium, so I channel stuff straight off the cuff. I can't worry about people's feelings, I just have to give you the messages. Okay, I don't know what this is around someone sleeping, or like someone that could have passed on or something, or somebody that beat somebody, or somebody that got knocked unconscious. I don't know. But the general message here of what I'm hearing is that somebody is shaking someone awake or something like that, and shaking someone. Now I really keep picking up that someone might be shaking a child, and I don't know, I really don't know what that is. It's a very disturbing energy. But yeah, the thing that actually came to me before I started doing the reading, because I'm also going to do some tarot, is that I heard beat down, shake down, or beat it, Michael Jackson, Emily, Melissa, Maria, anybody beginning with M, okay, Mel. But like this beat down, shake down, and like this but assault and battery charge of something where it's kind of like I've been beaten and I've defeated. I feel like I'm defeated, that I can't fight anymore. I don't want to go on anymore. I don't know. I'm really picking up on some kind of like manic behavior, like manic depressive behavior, or like, I don't know, just like a very low vibration here for a message of like, I just don't think that I can continue doing it anymore. I don't think that I can continue on. Now, I don't know if this is a physical fight or a battle, because some of that stuff is really coming up as it has done before. Sorry if I'm repulsively sweating, but it is 30 degrees in the UK at the moment, and it is hotter in here. So half the reason why I will explain towards the end. But if you see me sweating, it's because it is really, really, really hot. So you could be dealing with the sun for a lot of you, and so it's around Leo. Okay, but let's go back to the actual messages of what they're trying to get me to look at. It's something to do with around like I feel defeated and I can't fight anymore. Okay, so I don't know if there's physical violence here, or if there is just an energy of a result that actually came in where someone lost, like physically lost a person, because I really do keep picking up that someone could have lost someone here, like a you know, a deceased loved one is physically only just passed. Because I'm hearing this energy of crossing over, okay, crossing over. Okay, I'm hearing that something got run over, okay, run over, or like a zebra crossing, or like a run over. Okay, be very careful. Okay, I'm hearing Debbie, okay, so I don't know what this is around a zebra crossing, like crossing over, or someone that's just cross, very angry with a person all of the time. I'm picking up a huge, big energy of Sagittarius here, of someone that has a very big temper problem, like has an anger problem, has an anger, or Icarus, but like an anger problem, sort of like going to anger management. But I don't know. Okay, now I'm hearing for a lot of you, anger management, something to do with around your work and managing. Like a manager, some of you work for a manager, and this manager or maja, okay, or this manager is like, okay, I'm hearing Nidge also, or Neil, Nidge or Neil, or Shane O'Neill, or Shane, Neil though, Nelly, Neil, or anybody beginning with N, okay. So collective messages, if you've just found the channel, you're going to have to give me a second, because collectively doing this, it can take some time to get these messages flowing, because it's obviously collective energy, right? So through this, I'm hearing that some of you, there's this manager that you work for, okay, and they're a really violent manager. Like they've got a very big temper problem of this managing. Like they keep saying Madger or Madge or Midge or managing. Like I don't know. I think it might be, like I said, it could be around your work, because the energy of what I'm hearing is manager. Okay, manager, but that's also a name. A name, because I keep hearing Madger or manager. So like I don't know, a foreign name basically. Well, foreign to me anyway. Manager, mana, or mana or mana. Someone from Spain, also Spain. Okay, so that's those. They're very, very bitty energies. But let's go back to the main ones. There is something here around like losing, like I feel like I've lost, and around Virgo energy. And like I just can't fight anymore, and I can't go over this anymore, and I just can't, and I can't, and I can't, and I can't. And I can hear that, and I don't know if that's generally, and Jason, Justin, Jasmine, the names, but I don't know if I can generally pick this up from what someone is thinking. So what I can hear is this: I can't do this anymore. I just physically can't do it, and I'm about to walk out the door. Okay, now you on them or them on you. Okay, but I just can't do this anymore, and I'm about to walk out on your life forever. Okay, or the name Trevor, but I can't do this anymore. I can't fight to get in or out, so I'm just about to walk out permanently. Okay, now I don't know. Okay, so now they get me to look at work for a lot of you, work life. And that some of you, like, you're working where you are, and there is like this manager or this person at work that is causing you shitloads of strife and very aggressive. And what I'm hearing is I'm just about to walk out permanently and leave completely. Like, okay, there's a few, leave Earth is also what I'm hearing. So I don't know if anyone is like really suffering through manic depression or energies like that. Because I keep hearing that someone's about to leave forever, like forever. Okay, so it's because it's like this final goodbye is what I'm hearing, like this final send off, this final goodbye. You're never going to see me anymore, and like goodbye, chapter closed, book ends. There is no more. There's no turning back now. So I don't know if any of you have found anything out. Okay. And there's this like, right, this was the final time that I was ever going to go through this. And this is finally now come to the point where there is no turning back. Now, I don't know if that's because somebody has done something or because somebody has said something. I don't know. But all I keep picking up message-wise is that somebody could well have overheard. I don't know, I'm hearing overheard or gone over someone's head. Okay, or something's gone over someone's head, but like gone over someone's head, gone behind their back and said something and found something out, and then basically took it okay, so what is this? I've gone over your head and like, I'm picking up a trine energy of 3, right? Something maybe around a Piscean, something to do with that maybe here, and like I've gone over your head and behind your back in order to find something out that I didn't want you to know, because it feels like that somebody had something very private going on about their work or about their life, and there was something that was very private, and somebody didn't want this person to actually find out or know, and somebody went over their head and went behind their back and actually found out this info, is what they're saying, and then this person in the middle has found out that 2 people have been conspiring against each other. Okay, because I'm picking up like a trine energy of 3, so that could be your third party energy, or that could just be, well, it's a drama triangle, whichever way you look at it. I really do apologise for me sweating. I will explain about the channel of what's coming up soon. Okay, but what I'm seeing is this energy of 3 people. Okay, and I'm seeing that somebody here goes over this person's head to find out information about this person, okay, and they're caught right in the middle of it, and this person here goes over here to find out pieces of info, okay, about this person to make them feel awful, okay. So two people are ganging up on one person. So, oh, okay, I heard gang, okay, oh no. Do not mention this gang stalking stuff, okay? Because I can hear it, someone in the background there. Okay, I'm a medium, so I'm going to call it out. I don't want to hear gang stalking, okay? But like, somebody is like ganging up on a person to make them feel awful about what they're doing, okay? So is this to do with around like a love triangle, or is this going on at work? Because whichever way it is, what they're getting to say to me is that you've got a mole in your group, basically. You've got someone that goes outside of the group, okay, and then goes over to another person and then finds out information and then comes back and feeds it. Like two people are talking about each other, okay, about this person in between, okay. So whatever that is that you may want clarifying, that is an answer of what Spirit is saying that is happening. If you know, not think, know that that's happening, okay. I just have to make sure for the crazy people, okay. 11:11 on the clock, so we're kind of hitting the nail on the head there. Okay, so you've got conspiracy of third energy of someone going over someone's head and talking about this person in the middle, because I'm hearing Piggy in the middle, okay. Unless someone calls someone Piggy, I don't know, pig. I keep hearing pig, Peppa Pig or pig. Okay, well if a pig's a pig, it's normally got lipstick on it, bruv. So, something to do with pig, I don't know what that's for. Also ping it. Okay, so here, so there might be someone from China. Okay, but Ping It here, there's an app that you can use on a bank, and it's called Ping It, and you can ping money from one account to another account. So I don't know if any of you are doing anything around Bitcoin or anything like that, and this is transacting money, or it's going over this person here and it's being pinged from here to here. Okay, because I'm hearing like table tennis, okay, and like, and it goes over. So unless you're playing table tennis, I don't know. Or someone's, oh, okay, so now we're going into more messages. Okay, somebody is throwing something over a wall for someone to get on the other side of it. There seems to be this physical, actual wall, not a boundary, okay, a physical wall. And I'm picking up that somebody is writing notes, or, I mean, this could even be a drug deal or something like that. Or it could even be in prison. And somebody's like throwing stuff over this wall to land. Okay, I don't know if any of you are dealing with like very shit neighbours or stuff like that, where someone's throwing things over a wall. I don't know. All I keep hearing a message is that somebody is throwing things over a wall, okay, and the only, because the way I channel, I hear a message and then I see a vision. That's normally that's the only way I can explain it to people that haven't seen it before, this channel. I hear a message and then I see a vision, and then I have to explain my vision. Okay, so what I am seeing is that somebody is standing on one side of the wall throwing things over this other side of the wall. Now the only way I can pick that up is if that is something to do with around prison, or unless, I don't know, unless you've got a scenario that is really important to you of something that is being thrown over a wall. I don't know what that is, but it's there as a message for some of you. Okay, so that's a message and a vision. Okay, then you've also got messages here that is involving, like I said, work manager, somebody like with a huge temper problem here, and I'm picking up energies of temperance, Sagittarian energies, and a big temper problem, a big one, okay, and they have it with somebody. Okay, and I'm also hearing victim, victimizing, or being evicted, also being evicted from one's house or home, definitely feeling uncomfortable within it anyway, okay, that's for sure, okay, or the name Gary or Shaw, anybody called Shaw. Now, to be sure, or also someone from Ireland also. Okay, so let's kind of subject some of this subject matter here. Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of talking to myself as well. there's this energy here of someone that's managing people, but it's really fighting with everybody at work over a manager problem, like over work position, like going over people's heads and going behind people's back and conspiring at work and talking about other people at work, okay, and like going over the boss's head, or like, I don't know, just people whispering and manipulating kind of certain energies that could be making someone here feel very uncomfortable around their working environment, wherever it is that you work. I'm also hearing Trevor, okay, the name Trevor, Tracy also, Tina obviously as well. Okay, so there's something going on around the work. So let's have a look at the message that I first got. Something that I'm lost, like I can't do this anymore. Well, something strange around being shaken, like trying to wake someone up and they won't wake up. Like, because I keep picking up that someone's like getting someone and like doing that motion, and I don't know whether it's because someone physically passes here and they're like worried that this person won't wake up, or they're like having a, I don't know, like an epileptic fit or something, and this person, oh okay, they're saying that somebody here could have overdosed, okay, and they're trying to shake the person awake, but they've overdone it, okay, they've overdone it, which means that if anybody here is of like a heroin addict or any kind of energies of that, I'm kind of hearing that could be a reason why this person won't wake up, is because they could have overdosed. So that's another message for you, is a possible overdose. That, you see, these messages can be so dangerous for people that just find it, that don't understand channeling. So I'm sorry for the guys that do, but I have to make sure that people know this all the time, okay? So these don't have to be messages that relate to yourself. They can be something that you witness, or an energy that you are going through itself and you know, okay? That's when you really know there's a message for you there, okay? So you've got that of an energy of someone that could overdose, and someone is trying to shake someone awake, but they will not wake up, okay? So you've got that. Some of you here now, there's this energy of loss, because I'm definitely picking up a huge energy of like Virgo placement somewhere, and I can't do this anymore, and I'm just about to leave and walk out forever because I can't do this anymore. Now, if these are ongoing things, because I can't tell you if they're ongoing or if they're energies that are coming up. If you've never seen me before, you could be well shocked about things that you may notice that I've predicted, okay? So I can't never really tell you, but all I can say is that there's an energy here, is that I'm just about to walk out on you and close the door forever and never come back into your life whatsoever. Now this might be Trevor, okay, or Tracy, but or Tina, or anybody beginning with T, Tatiana also. But I definitely, I mean, I don't know if this is an ultimatum, okay, an ultimatum, because like I said, normally if a person needs to shout and scream at someone to say, look, I'm just about to walk out on your life forever, that normally means like take me now or lose me forever, mean that you either take this opportunity to be with me now or you physically leave my life forever. So they can come through messages as ultimatum to bend one's will over to do it. That's what I'm saying. It depends on what your argumentative energy is here, okay? But hopefully the tarot is going to give some good messages out for a lot of you. But my spirit will generally pick up on the main amount of conflict that people are having, because I always see my spirit as truth. So you're really dealing with someone that's like Libra energy here. Libra, okay, speaking the truth or needing the truth. I don't know what that is, of like speaking it but need it. Like if I speak and if I tell you the truth, I really expect you to actually give the truth back to me as well. So you could have a Libra energy here of somebody that's trying to find out the truth, and they're talking with a person, okay, or the name Percy or Purcell or Pucci or the name P or Paula, or with a Piscean, okay, with a Pisces. And I keep hearing this, look, at least if I ask you a question, at least have the decency to actually tell me the truth if I ask it, okay? So for some of you, like I said, you are talking to a person and it is mainly around the area of truth. Of like, look, I would rather you really not lie to me. I'd rather you just let me down gently, okay? Or let's just have it and let's just tell me the truth. Like, I mean, because truth doesn't always mean lies, okay? Truth doesn't always mean a lie. It just, because I'm just hearing that somebody wants to find out something, and they are trying to ask the person, but say, look, at least have the decency to let me know, or at least let me down gently, instead of like doing it the awful way that another person has. Because I'm very diplomatic, so I'll always look at it from two sides of the scale here. Sorry, but I'm sweating in my eyes. like I keep hearing someone saying, look, you know, if I'm talk to you, I at least expect you to tell me the truth other than lie to me. So I'd rather know that, and if you can just at least let me know, then I know whether I can move on and actually be on my own, go into separation, instead of arguing. Just basically talk, speak about it, find out the truth, and then at least I know. That is another message there for somebody that could be, you could be dealing with an Scorpio or an Aries. 21-12 on the clock, so you got 3 and 3. So you could be dealing with a 6 Gemini Capricorn could be involved there. And the 3 would also be a Piscean. So it could be a Pisces, Gemini, or a Capricorn. Okay. Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, or Pisces, Gemini, or a Pisces, Capricorn. Okay. Placement through the number. Okay. So there's an energy here of a message. What they're saying now through that number is that if I at least ask you a question, can you at least have the decency to be honest with me instead of stringing me along? Because I feel like someone's being like led astray or something around Leo, okay, or led astray, or the name Lee, okay, or Leanne, but Lee, anything beginning with L. But can you at least have the decency to be honest and tell me the truth instead of actually lying? Just be honest. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, is a conversation piece that could be coming up for a person that they just basically want the truth instead of being lied to. Okay, so like I said, I don't think that is a lie. I don't think it's a lie, that energy of message. I don't think it's a lie. I think someone basically just wants to know where they stand. Okay, there you go. So basically I'm hearing, can you at least just let me know where it is that I stand? Are we together or not? Are we speaking or not? Are we on good terms or not? Do we call it or do we not? Okay, so into the Pisces, afraid not. Is that it? Maybe a Steve and another Steve, or myself. Okay, because I'm always in my own messages, trust me. But like a Steve, Stephen, okay, or a thing, which would be Stephen King. And you got Leo energies here also. So the Leo energy would represent 8, which would mean somewhere of Aquarian. So I'm picking up now big energies around Aquarian, around and around and around and around, which would mean 5, which would mean Sagittarius, Taurus energies. So I'm just trying to break the code down. Like an Aquarian, Sagittarius, or Taurus. Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus placement of 5, or like part 5. And it's like going around and 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 around. I'm also hitting Denny, or like someone from Cant or Dudley, and they speak a little like that. It's like I'm just going around and around and around and around, round trees. Someone's doing round trees chocolate. Someone could be eating loads of Rocky Road or chocolate. I don't know. Put the chocolate down. Put the burgers down also. I'm trying to stop eating chocolate, is what I keep hearing. I'm trying to stop eating chocolate. Anyway, so okay, normally when I do that, a lot of people are like eating chocolate at that point, and they're like, how the fuck did you know that? So put the piece of chocolate down. So okay, so what else have we got? So I want to go back to the beginning and look at this Virgo bit that I can hear around this. I can't take this anymore. I can't seem to go on. I can't seem to live anymore. I can't live with you or without you. I can't cope. I don't know. I'm lost. I can't do it. There is a huge energy, like I said, around this feeling lost. Like, I don't know if this, like I said, when I was channeling on the last ones to do with around this assault and battery, I don't know if these are mixed messages that are coming through that someone actually did find out something that they didn't really want to, like the outcome really wasn't what they expected. There you go. So there seems to be this energy here of, I was expecting that it was going to work out, but it didn't, okay? And I got let down and turned away. So I don't know if this is coming through as like your job as well for a lot of you, or the name Rob or Robbie, okay, or Robert or Rachel. But like this energy of, like, I was expecting that something was going to turn out really well, but it didn't. Or like I was expecting that our relationship was going to work, but it actually didn't, is messages for a lot of you. Now, I don't know, or the name Lottie or Laura. I keep hearing Laura or Lottie, okay, or anybody beginning with L, Lucy, okay, or an Elzebub, which would be a Capricorn energy. And like, I was expecting things to turn out, but they didn't. For some of you, you've gone through this cycle quite a few times, or the name Michael, or Michelle, or Mika. I'm also picking up Mika, or a speaker, okay? I'm hearing that some of you could have gone through this quite some time, okay? And that it's possible that it's the energy's just kind of like subsided away, like it's just not here anymore. Like, you've gone through it and you've gone through it and you've gone through it, and you've give it another try, but that try just isn't working. It's a bit like a football match, and you go for a try but you miss, okay? So like we tried but it didn't work, like we tried again but it didn't work. Say if you was trying for a baby or something like that, or you've gone through a cycle with someone for so many times and you tried again, it didn't work. I really am picking up, like, because Libra, they actually had this in their actual tarot reading for quite some time, where it was around what I called a string of failed attempts, and it was a message that I kept getting for Libra that was around this string of failed attempts. Like, well, we tried but it didn't work, and then we tried again and it didn't work again then, okay, or again, Jen, Julian, Justin, Jasmine. But like, we tried again, it didn't work. We tried again, Glenn. I'm also picking up the name Glenn, okay. Gail, also the name Gail Porter, also Gail Porter, really? Gail or Glenn, someone from Scotland. Yeah, but I keep picking up this energy of around Libra, okay, of like, we tried but we failed. We tried again but it didn't work. I tried again but that didn't work either. And for some of you, like I said, it could be where you've been in and out of this relationship scenario for quite some time, and I really do feel at the moment that I'm talking to like a Libra energy. Well, probably a lot of you are probably going to relate to this one, but like what they're saying is that this could be a message for a Libra energy here, of like, we tried but it didn't work, and then we tried again but that didn't work either, and then I've tried this and that doesn't work. I've tried tending to your nature but that didn't work. I've tried going out in nature, Nietzsche, or preachy, like I've tried preaching, that didn't work. I don't know what that's for. I've tried going to church, that didn't work either. Unless you've all tried loads of black magic stuff and realised that doesn't work. Okay, but like, or like you've tried manifesting things and you realise it doesn't work, you know. But like, I don't know. The message here is, I've tried, it failed. I tried, it failed. I've tried reconciling, that didn't work. It did and then it didn't. I've tried getting on with your good side, that didn't work. It does for a start, but then your bad side shows. And you could be dealing with a Gemini maybe, and you're kind of like, I tried dealing with your good side, but that doesn't work. I tried getting on your bad side and that definitely didn't work. And then when I'm on your good side, that doesn't work either. And you've kind of got this like air sign quality of like Libra, Gemini. Okay, I really don't pick up Aquarius. I'm picking up Libra, Gemini placement. Okay. And of kind of like this, I tried attending to your good side, it doesn't work. I'm also picking up a Sagittarius person that could be a 2, like Libra, a Gemini, and a Sagittarius here, which would be classically known in my readings has also a 5 Taurus. Okay, so like I've tried tending to your good nature, and then I've tried tending to your bad side and your mood swings and your violent lashing out behaviour of like how demanding you can be and how dare you speak to me like this, and someone that gets very, very, very quick fused tempered. Well, in my eyes, that's always a Sagittarius. Okay, trust me, I say this to my sister. My sister is a Sagittarius. She has a very fiery temper, very fiery temper. She can flip just like that. Okay, she's so kind, so, you know, and the same way I see a Sagittarius. They can be so kind, so general, okay, so like relaxed. But if you, like, all of a sudden they can have like a fuse and they're like, "Ugh," right? So I'm picking up this energy of like a Sagittarius, of someone where you've tried like standing around them being very quiet and like reserved and like, you know, really kind of like just trying not to like say anything out of context that this person's, because it's a general message for a lot of you, I feel. Like, I'm trying to not say anything because I don't want to rock the boat. And I know that if I say anything that's wrong and it goes against your condition, you're going to fucking fly off the handle, okay? And that if I, like, agree with you, which I don't, then it's better to just agree with you and just sort of, like, piss you off. But I think that still pisses this person off, because what I get is that if you agree with the person but you're really not interested, and you're kind of like, yeah, and you're not interested, and a lot of people say, look, just try the grey rock method. Nah. It's kind of like this energy of like, even if you agree with them, okay, you don't personally, and you're like, no, I don't see things that way at all whatsoever, I don't see it that way. But you think, you know what, to yourself, if I say that I don't agree with that, this person's going to have a temper and they're going to fly. So I'm picking this person up here as somebody that agrees with the person, even though they don't. They just agree with them and learn to go along with it. But then when they show signs of actually really not being very interested and caught on guard, this person still then flies off the handle because you wasn't interested in what they were saying. So it's pretty much like someone that speaks a hell of a lot to a person, or at them, about them and at them, okay? And that when you show a sign of lack of interest, do they then actually blame you for not being interested in what they're saying? Because they probably speak too much, okay? And because they speak too much, someone starts to lose. Because like I'm saying, a person here really isn't interested in what someone's saying, right? And this person's saying something to somebody, but through this falseness energy of trying not to pay any attention, of like, man, I'm just really not finding any kind of clarity in what you're saying. Like, I don't agree with it, and I don't like, I don't find any interest in that's keeping me like caught on of like, wow, you know, I've really got to listen to this because this sounds really fucking interesting. Do you know what I'm saying, to a person? And they're kind of like saying things, and you're kind of like drifting off a little, and you're like, yeah, and then they're like, what? And then all of a sudden they go into like a, I don't know, a 2 or a Libra energy or a Sagittarius, and they kind of like fly off the handle because you actually wasn't really paying attention to what they were saying, because you're trying your best. How can I break this down? Individual person. Somebody here saying a load of things to someone in life, not metaphysically, in life. Saying a load of things to somebody. Somebody is learning this way by listening to this person, but generally feeling as if they're not interested. But they go along with it just to keep the person calm, because they know they'll fly off the handle. So they keep calm, okay, but then generally after sometimes their guard slips when they're just really not interested. They've got something going on in their own life. They haven't got time, and thinking, this is actually getting bored, me keep trying to like put on a false facade that I'm actually interested in what you got to fucking say, right? So now and again, when you kind of like say, yeah, they'll blame you then for not having any interest or any kind of feedback of what they've said. Like, they've said a load of stuff, they haven't got any feedback, because this person generally really isn't interested. And because they're not, they're trying their best to not piss this person off, because they know that they have a high temper. So they're fucked, basically. They're fucked. This person here is fucked. Because, sorry, but they're kind of like, they're trying their best to not rock the apple cart and shake this person's temper. And then they're also then learning to like be quiet and be kind of, what's the word, falsely interested in what the person's saying, losing interest in what they're saying a lot anyway. And then when they show a lack of interest, this person blames this person for not listening. It's a bit like a headmaster or a head teacher. Kind of like if you were at school and they were shouting and screaming and teaching you algebra or something like that, but you were a little kid called Timmy sitting in the fucking back there, really not paying attention and really not bothered about fucking algebra, and you found it so boring and that it's just not my wavelength and that's just really not what I want to learn, okay? And then all of a sudden the teacher puts you in detention and shouts and screams at you and gives you the cane because you're not learning the way they want you to. And it's the same scenario as how someone is feeling here through how they're actually communicating with a person. It's because they're getting bored, they don't want to listen, they don't want to know, they're getting fed up, they're getting like, it's just like, oh, I fucking heard it a fucking 1,000 times, bruv. It's just like, I'm not bothered in your drama. I don't care what it is that you've got to say. I'm just fucking not really interested in what you're saying at all. Okay, it's just basically me trying not to fucking piss you off because I know you're going to lose your shit. That's what I'm hearing as a message. Don't look at me as a person as a target. I am physically don't work in Target unless you work in Target, and that is actual name of a place that you go that's called the Target or Target, right? But don't look at me as target practice. Just look at me as a tube of a conduit that's basically just reenacted an actual scenario of what someone's going through, okay? Just look at it as ghost and whatever a name is, right? Just that. So yeah, you've kind of got those messages that seem to be there at the moment for a lot of you, finding it very difficult to cope with someone's temper tantrum or very energy of just losing interest in a person. It might even just generally be someone's losing interest in someone's connection that they have with somebody, okay, on a general level. That someone just seems to be not so interested in the relationship anymore and they're really not bothered, they're concentrating on work or they're concentrating on getting on with their own life and they're just like, oh, I'm just so sick to death of all of this fucking thinking about this shit all the time that really, you know, I'm just kind of like, I mean, you can call it flaky, but you can basically also call it someone that's just really not interested, you know, that's losing interested in all of the drama and all of the love scenario and all of the fucking, you know, the rigmarole of it is the fact that someone's feelings are just not quite in it as much as what they used to be. Okay. So that can be a general message there for you. Okay, so let's see a collective reading for what what some of them have got going on, and we'll do different piles, okay? But show me what some collective energies have got going on around their work. What's the collective got going on around their work? Okay, so we have a few in reverse here. You could be dealing with a Virgo in reverse. This actually came up in the Gemini reading that I did a little while ago here. It's still in the same deck and the same card came out here. Okay, they're not all in reverse. There's very few that are in reverse. Okay, but that same card came out through the Gemini reading. This is bipolar. Bipolar. It can be. Like I said, this is schizophrenic. This is somebody that is absolutely lost grips of reality. It doesn't have to be these star signs. It just means that it's really not going in this person's favour. It's just out of control. It is, like I said, this could be a temper. Because normally this is Sagittarius for me, okay, and obviously Virgo. But this is kind of like two contrasts that don't mix whatsoever, okay. So what I'm picking up that some of you, somebody here has got this huge temper of being turned down and being ignored and does not like being ignored, of like, I want to know and I do not like being ignored, and if I have something to say then I like people to hear it, and if they don't hear it and you don't hear me out then I have a big problem and I lose my temper when people just cut me off at the knees and not listen to what I've got to say, okay, for some. Now, like I said, that message that I was channeling without the card around someone having a huge temper, this is standing on eggshells around that person, okay, around that person, whoever you want to relate that to if you're going through it with someone. Because it feels like I have to walk on eggshells around this person because of their temper tantrum. and because of how much aggression that they have when I speak to them, okay, they make me feel shit. So I have to avoid them and actually not go to them. I have to avoid them. So that's on another level. That could, because that's normally with a sibling or a marriage, okay. If this is around love, this is because this energy is being turned down, which is meaning that I'm having to say no, that I can't make it, or I just don't feel the way that I used to, or I've actually said no, I don't want a relationship, I'd rather be on my own, or I can't come over tonight, just general messages. I can't come over because I actually just want to be on my own. I do not really want anyone around me at the moment. So this person individually, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, might be the one that's saying no, or they're the one that's being told no. I will never ever be able to tell you that. Okay. Somebody here is being told no. Somebody here also does not like being told no. That would also be if you were married, and if you were also with a person around you majority of the time, that when you speak to them, you do not like to disagree with the person, because it's kind of like this, it doesn't matter whether we agree or even disagree. So we basically have to learn to just make sure that we don't piss this person's temper off, because they fly off the handle really quickly. And I mean, I don't think they even have much of a fuse. It's kind of like that. You can say one thing that is not in an agreement with that person and they fly off the handle. Absolutely gone. Batshit crazy. Lost the plot. Have an argument with someone, and it takes a minute little detail of something that'll piss this person off. Aggression. And honestly, I find that comes from people that I know in my life that have a Sagittarius placement. Okay. So that's up to you if you are one or not, I don't know, because it's a fire sign, wherever it is placed. But somebody that has a very big temper, okay, is what I'm hearing. So, let's see. Because I'm a straight shooter, me. I don't beat around the bush with bollocks and bullshit. You know, I'm not a hairy-fairy. You know, I'll just say whatever the feeling is and whatever the cards say. Whatever's going on in your life, that's your shit. That's not mine. You know, why people blame a person that they watch, I have got no fucking idea why people actually do that. Do you know, but they do. You know, they do. They blame the person that's giving them the message that they're looking for. So, like I said, there could be a batshit crazy person here. Doesn't like being told the truth, or doesn't like being told no. Right? Let's see. Sorry, I've even lost my nerve, you see, because I'm hearing like, you've got a nerve. This has hit someone's nerve here. Because I'm hearing you're getting on my last nerve now. You're getting on my last nerve. Or the name Nerve, or Merv, or Mervin. Mervin or Marvin? Marvin Gaye or Marvin? I heard it on a grapevine. Someone has been speaking to someone behind their back. That's what I'm saying. Someone's like, listen, I heard on the grapevine that like, I've heard so-and-so and so-and-so did. This is speaking behind someone's back. Okay. So I don't know what that's relating to any of you. Jack, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie. But like speaking to someone about someone without their permission. Yes. Because that can be speaking behind someone's back. I'm going to speak to somebody about somebody without their acknowledgement that I'm speaking about them. Do you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't, you know, that can either be slagging someone off or doing whatever you want. Talking smack, talking shit, I don't know. But basically talking about somebody behind their back. Okay. So, so for a lot of you here, you've got children with this person, that's what I'm saying. You really could have children with this person, all right? See, this is, like I said, it's someone that's creeping around this person, around their vocabulary. Because this is speaking, right? And it's kind of like I need to walk on eggshells around this person because I don't know, like, how to speak to them. I don't know if I'm really fucking interested in speaking to them. But they keep trying to grab my attention to speak to them. And every time I do, I actually regret speaking to them. So it feels like that I would just rather just, like, keep the energy very light, very, like, now and again, just kind of agree and just say, yeah, that's good, brilliant, Anyway, I'll see you later, Frida. Do you know, that kind of thing. Like, really? Wow, that's great. Anyway, I've got to get going because I can't stay like that. Like, oh, I can't stay long. I'm sorry, but I actually don't want to come over there. I can't stay long. I'm just gonna just agree with you and then just fuck you off, basically. So kind of like that, right? Now, for some of you on a general level of argumentative energy maybe that's coming up within your relationship, this is someone feels as if the answer's no, but then they still want to know why. They actually still want to know why. Because this is kind of like not paying any interest to a Sagittarius, Aries or a Leo person, and not kind of giving them what they want when they want it, okay? And because they actually want whatever it is that they do, this energy then is actually now communicating about this scenario itself, okay? About why, when, and why not, or because this is a turn down, but then it's also an agreed energy of yes, well, I don't know, we'll find out. Let's find out. So collective energy, what they got going on. Oh. So you got 4. So you got Aries in reverse, but it can also be a Scorpio energy. So it's kind of that's what I'm saying, I am fucking caught between a rock and a hard place. Some of you really are having to go to court. Some of you are just finding it very difficult to actually, it's because it's kind of you're both stubborn than one another, but you actually both want to let go of one another. As I'm saying, you're both actually fighting to stay in the relationship and actually also both fighting to actually leave. That's what I'm saying. It is such a controlled, strange energy of what Spirit is kind of got in mind for you, because what they're saying is that they're leaving it down to you, because you're both actually fighting to not be in each other's life, but you're actually still in each other's life. And it's kind of like that flaky energy of I don't really know whether I want this anymore. I really don't think I actually really want to do this anymore whatsoever, because it's okay, but it's kind of like that, when you're going out with someone, or you've been seeing, or you've been going through so much shit with somebody, right? And so much control and narcissism, because both these energies can be trying to control each other, meaning that we just clash like the goddamn titans, and there's just no getting through to one another. I can't get through to you, you can't get through to me. This is where I have a huge energy here, because I am a Scorpio rising, and the person here I have the most amount, well, not at the moment, but is a life path 4. So my Scorpio rising clashes with a life path 4, because it is classically known as Scorpio. So if you're life path 4, you can watch a Scorpio, right? Here. Right. So what you've kind of got is this mismatched energy that's placed within your actual soul group environment itself of marriage or home that you have a child with, maybe, okay, and that your placements are basically of one same, is that you both shouldn't really be arguing with one another, but Spirit is making you argue with one another, right? If you look at that, if Spirit or God or anybody wasn't controlling you, okay, if anybody wasn't controlling you, then why would they basically let you stay in a circumstance and basically put your soul with another soul in a family member, okay, and then mismatch the energy so you're going to fucking argue all the time, and so you're going to bitch and scream and not get on, and you're going to clash like the titans? Why would they designate your soul in that soul for you to argue with an asshole? Embrace the sphincter, okay? So is karma. It's Carmel. I keep hearing Carmel or Mel, but basically just very argumentative energy of fighting to stay in each other's life, but also fighting to leave each other, right? Which means I don't really want to, but I don't want to stay with you. I don't really want to be with you. I don't really want to be around you, and I just can't get away from you. Just fucked, basically, right? Now, if that's a family thing, if this is a love thing, this is kind of where you're actually both trying to end a cycle and call it quits. You're both just not getting on. You're both in reverse, which means that, you can call these people narcissists all day long, but generally what they're trying to do is to say to each other no. Right? They both agree on no. No means no. So I can't get through to you, I can't get through to you. Okay, so the energy here is blocked. The communication is blocked there. Somebody could have took someone off Facebook and all that sort of stuff and blocked the person altogether. Or the communication just seems to be very flaky, where it's kind of like, I'm losing interest. I'm really not so bothered as much as what I was once before. It's kind of lost its appeal. Okay, so now some of you could be or have been going to court and having to appeal, which came up through the Aries and Taurus reading. Aries can also be a Taurus, because if this was a Sagittarian, it would have come up in the Taurus reading of 5. Okay, so I'm having to appeal against it. Okay, for and against. An agreement that isn't one, basically, is out of our hands, and it's in the hands of the law, or the name Laura. But basically, like I said, you're both cut from the same cloth differently. Okay, it's kind of like a momentarily lapse within the relationship, that it's going off, like it's wearing off. Some of you will say spellcraft or witchcraft or fucking, I don't know, whatever the game is that you play, Minecraft. But it's probably mind games and manipulation that you've both probably done to one another, and probably ruined the relationship, where you would look at it as humans ruining the relationship, but it's not. It's just destiny of a person that's in your life for a certain period of time, and you go through your cycles and you go through stuff for quite some time, and then eventually the appeal of it all seems to wear off, and there doesn't seem to be as much interest around being around one another as what there was when you were first dating. When you're first dating, everything is fantastic when you first meet a person and you date them, and then normally you get to know them and you live with them and blah blah blah. If your energy of placements within astrology starts to align with a lot of arguments and a lot of karma together, then the energy starts to go stale and rotten, and you end up just feeling as if, I don't feel as invested in you as what I used to a long time ago. I'm actually kind of really not feeling it so much anymore as what I used to. Okay. This also can be a retired person that wants to retire and go into a retirement home, and I don't feel as passionate about my work as what I used to. I'm kind of, it's losing its, like I'm getting fed up around my work, and I don't seem to enjoy doing what I used to do, or what I have been doing. I actually really feel like I want to do something else. Okay. Yeah, it's losing its appeal. I keep saying appealing, like court appeal, and I'm going to have to appeal against it because it could have been thrown out of court. They're also saying that there wasn't enough evidence, and now you're having to find more evidence to appeal. They're also saying for a lot of you here that there never really was any evidence whatsoever, and you're still trying to fight something that you'll never take down here. Because it depends on how long you've been fighting with this person or against this person to take things, because you both took things the wrong way. And some of you, I feel as if what they're saying is that you took this from me and you took it the wrong way. Okay, so it feels like for a lot of you that some of you could be like fighting over children that maybe have taken from you in a marriage or a previous, ex-marriage, and someone took it the wrong way. Someone's also took a message the wrong way and completely took it the wrong way, or no message whatsoever and has put two and two together and really took it the wrong way and made their own conclusion because of a blocked message maybe, or a not answered quick enough message, that as well. But for some of you, they're also saying that what you have coming up or going through at the moment is, like I said, it's somebody has taken something from somebody. They've lost their shit here and like really pissed off and fed up that someone stole something from them, and because they stole it, it's turned their life upside down, but they're still trying to control it. That's what I'm saying. Control works off not being able to either drop the energy, right? Because it means that when a story in your life is over, you will be no longer fighting with it. The energy, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, right? It means that you will no longer be fighting energy that you can't see, right? So if it's to do with circumstance and evidence that was done to a person in the past, Some of you have got huge control issues with not physically being able to drop it, okay? Because something could have happened to you here around something being stolen from a person, and that I'm still going through that same scenario and still trying to control it in my own favour, even though it never will ever go in my favour, because spirit is tormenting both of you, okay? Because like I said, you may have been indicative with any kind of narcissist in the past whatsoever. It could have been a Aries, Leo or Sagittarius placement person. Here could also be Scorpio, Aries. And it was taken and it was stolen from me, and it was involving anything also around my child as well. And because it was taken from me, I've now got control issues of unable to be able to drop what was done to me in the past. I'm unable to move on with my life until I get closure and something happens financially or physically or mentally. Until I get word of mouth of why this happens, I'm unable to be able to move on until I find out that piece of string, right? Which means that spirit can be just basically stringing you along until you realise of about dropping the actual energy of what was done to you, of what could have been stolen. Like if something was physically taken and stolen. And I think these messages are for those people that have been saying around someone stealing the inheritance and things happening around court, but they never had any evidence against it. It was just something that happened a long time ago and they never actually had any evidence to prove it. So basically spirit is saying that you're trying to control an outcome that is inevitable, that it's over. So your channeled message and spirit message and advice from Steve and as a conduit is that of learning to drop the control issues, of realising that you're never going to get any closure. You're never going to get any closure. Because this is you still waiting for it, of both energies that are blocked. It's blocked at either end. There's no getting through to this person because they could have gone. That's what I'm saying. This person could have been there. Because this is not really timeline specific. It can be, but I can also still read it from past. These are gone. These are both left the building. These are both called fucking Elvis Presley. These are both called Elvis Presley, right? They have both left the building altogether. This could actually be a mother and father that have gone, and this is an only child. An only child left on my own because my mother and my father have passed and left. Also here. But what I'm hearing for a lot of you is that your energy is about control of actually dropping what was once done to a person, physically learning to drop that and let it go, and don't torment yourself with the energy. Okay, so this would also be people like Pucci, you know, in the background there. If she ever was watching and knocking off, stop watching the channel. Okay, because these are individual things that I go through within also being a medium, is picking up that energy. That's what I'm saying. In order for something to not wind you up, don't watch or do what winds you up. Okay, because you're tormenting yourself. Okay, so there's just personal messages out there for people that hate me. You'll just wind yourself up, right? This is my job. But when this camera's off, bruv, I don't give anybody a second fucking thought. I don't. Once the camera's off and I'm uploaded, I'm done, I'm finished, and I'm out and I'm cooking my tea and I'm having a shit and, like, you know, trying to cool down out of this 30-degree weather. You know, any energy that was ever really in my life from the past, I don't give it a second thought until I come on camera. Because a lot of those people that are individually connected with me at one time are still in the background there watching and hitting that dislike button. That's what a lot of you may not know, is those people are still in the background there just hitting that dislike button. Okay, so I'm going to channel them. So your message is to move on. Okay, here. So that's that. Some of you come up in the Gemini reading, which was around someone feeling very tormented about a person that is watching their YouTube channel or persecuting them on Facebook or Twitter or anything that is of multimedia. Because this is like rubbing people up the wrong way, and this is people like poor Tyler and whatnot that get like persecuted by being honest. Okay, and people like myself. Well, people are like don't know. Like Tyler is Tyler's tarot. This could also be a Tyler. Other people have said that it's a Tyler. Tyler's tarot is an Aries, right? But I'm a Scorpio rising, which is a 4, which is the same aspect kind of energy, right? So it's kind of like this, like stuck between a rock and a hard place of people bitching and moaning and complaining over free shit that they're getting, okay? And they don't like it, that's what I'm saying. Some people in life, they're not satisfied with what they do have. They focus mainly on what they don't, okay? So something there around multimedia, social media, or like being blocked. This is also being blocked on social media or social media account, or being closed out of an account or something here. But like I said, I think the main message here for a lot of you here, if this is to do with what was once stolen and took the wrong way, and this person has not been in your life for quite some time, okay, this person's gone. They have gone, right? They have gone. So they've absconded. So if you haven't contacted this person for a long time, and you've been going on and on and on really about what was stolen from you a long time ago, bro, they could have eloped to in a different country and escaped, you know. So there is no ever really finding out, especially if you deal with around laws of different states, and it's a law in one state but not a law in another state, or the name Laura. But like different states or different countries have different laws. What I'm hearing, this person could have fucking absconded and gone somewhere else completely, and you're never going to know. You're never going to know. They're gone. They've took it, they've gone. So it's about dropping the energy, building one's life back up for oneself, learning to not control what is not meant to be. You're probably never meant to have an answer. No answer and never having one is no. You know, what was took from me pissed me off and annoyed me, and it ruined my life. But that was meant to be, and it's now rebuilding my life about dropping it, letting it go, okay? Because you're still trying to control the outcome, okay? So I think I'm gonna quit there for the moment because it's so hot. That's just a few messages for you. For all the people that watch me, I'm thinking about changing for a little bit because, well, until at least this air conditioner turns up, it's going to be another day or two, I think. And it depends on what that's like, because we don't have air conditioning in the UK. So I am so hot and I just can't seem to do readings, but I've got to get something done. I might start changing a few things, right? And I might start having some of the readings only for Patreon members, which would mean like your star sign stuff. And I might just stick with general readings for people on a daily basis and just call it whatever the channel message is, okay? And then also a general reading, and then maybe sometimes just sticking with your actual star sign to pinpoint where it might be happening for your star sign, and do it physically on Patreon, okay? I'm not really sure yet, I don't know, but I'm kind of running out of timeline, and I haven't really had much of a break, and it's so hot, I just don't quite know what to do. I'm trying to get everything finished, but this heat is so prickly. In the UK, like, we have different climate energy of when it's hot. So when it is hot, it's unbreathable air. And because this computer, this PC is on all day, and this TV is flicked on and off when I'm doing readings, and then on and then off, and that it gives off a lot of heat in this bedroom. So it is like a sauna. It is like sitting in a fucking sauna in this bedroom, right? So I've got to try and get this thing sorted out. So I can't seem to do so many readings at the moment because I've spent all day trying to get a fucking air conditioner, and I've had to sack another day off by getting readings done for the month. So yeah, things might change a little bit. I don't really know yet, but hopefully if you guys are on Patreon, if you're on the full access bundle or either, but the full access bundle, if you're constant patrons, thank you so much. And like I said, you'll constantly have stuff. I just can't guarantee that it's always going to come out here for the people that just, you know, basically support the channel. Thank you so much. But I always really have to make sure that the people on Patreon are going to get their readings. So if you see them don't appear out on here and you're like, where's the reading? It's probably gone to the people that are over on Patreon, okay? That actually really support the channel through that. Because that's, you know, that's something that I have to try and stick by my word, is by giving people the readings over there. So I don't know yet. It's a very confusing day, I must believe. I'm going to stop babbling. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, guys. Please like, share, comment, subscription. If you just found the channel, check it out, man. There's like channeled messages. There are different stuff all over the place. There's educational videos that might help a lot of you out also that you may not have seen, about numerology, about the magician's table, and different ways of looking at things. But there's loads of stuff. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you again next time.